You have been pronouncing this word incorrectly, I can guarantee it. Hello, I'm Angie, and in this video I'm going to break down how to correctly pronounce words that we see in our yoga practice so that you're culturally appreciating instead of culturally appropriating yoga. I have been teaching yoga for 7 years now, born and raised in Hindu Indian culture in the UK, and so I have a really interesting lens on how the world of yoga and the yoga industry in the West is so far removed actually from its roots. And so my work is in helping you deepen your own practice, whether it be through movement, breath, meditation. How do you get closer into your own self? When you understand what yoga really is about and you go through that process of unlearning what you see yoga to be represented as, you will find that yoga really enriches your life on just a complete different level. So today I'm educating you on a word that we'll see a lot in our vinyasa, in our hatha, in our ashtanga, dynamic, energizing. I mean, this pose comes up a lot, but especially if you're moving through a vinyasa, you move from chaturanga dandasana into upward facing dog, which is what we're covering today, and then back down into downward facing dog. We've got a video coming for downward facing dog soon, so stay tuned for that because I see so many people mispronounce that it is actually quite shocking. Upward facing dog is a really nice one to learn because we see that word upward quite a lot. It's not just in this pose that upwards word comes up. In Sanskrit, if we got a U at the start, I see a lot of teachers and students pronouncing it like how we pronounce you in the UK.
However,
we're actually thinking more of U being an oo sound. So instead of urdhva, which is what I hear a lot, I hear urdhva, mukha, svanasana, savanana, bananasana. We'll get to that. Let's focus on the first word first. Urdhva, urdhva, urdhva. So you've got that DH at the end of the first syllable, urd, and then va. Kind of imagine that it's spelt O-O at the beginning. I think that might help some of you out to know that it's not a urd, it's an urd. Switch to that. The second word is mukha, which means face. So urdhva mukha, upward face, and then we need the dog for the upward facing dog, is svanasana. Now I say in my downward facing dog video that I hear a lot of people mistake this word because look at it, it does look quite similar to shavasana, which is corpse pose. It's the pose that we do at the end, sometimes at the start of our yoga practice, where we're lying flat on our back and we're ready for ending, you know, corpse pose. It's dark as it might seem. It's the death of the yoga practice. It's the end. It's where you kind of soak up everything that you did and absorb, but also when you come out of that pose, you're almost representing a rebirth and a coming out afresh. It's important we don't get these two mixed up because you don't want to move through an upward facing corpse pose.
what?
Upwards facing corpse pose is actually quite a scary thought. So we won't be doing that. Really focus on the differences here. Again, think about, can you imagine in your mind that it was written out like how it's pronounced? And if this feels quite overwhelming for you and you think, oh,
I'm just not gonna be able to get it right.
spend time, pause this video, go back, listen to me say it, repeat it, listen to me say it, repeat it again, say it out loud with me. It's gonna make you feel so much more confident. Upward facing dog. Urdhva mukha svanasana. Urdhva mukha svanasana. If you found this useful, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But also if you want to learn other poses and how to dissect them and say them correctly, we can move on to how you do them and the history of them. I actually share quite a few history of videos on my Instagram. I'll pop here, but the link will be in the description as well. I want to create videos that will help you deepen your own practice and make sure that you're sharing yoga with as much authenticity as possible. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.